Wishing you all a very, very happy Krishna Janmastami. And Jan means birth. Janma, it's birth. And Ashtami is the 15 tithis that starts either from Amavasya to Purnima, the 15 days, and then Purnima to Sadurdasi. So the 8th tithi is called Ashtami. Krishna Janmashtami falls in the month of Shravan month, which in English month mostly it'll be in August. The festival will fall on the 8th day of the dark fortnight in Shravan month. Now, Krishna was born 5,000 years ago because Mahabharata war, Kurukshetra war took place 5,000 years ago. Even then Krishna was there participating in that Kurukshetra war. In one of the books I read that Krishna was born on the 20th of July 3228, which is BC. Now, regarding Krishna's birth, who is Krishna and what is the reason that he was born on earth, and what are the things that took place, and what are his teachings or preachings? Lord Mahavishnu, whenever the evil takes upper hand to restore dharma, he was taking incarnation or avatars. And so far he has made 9 avatars. He has taken 9 avatars. And the 10th one we are waiting for, the Kalki avatar. He has taken Matsya avatar, Kurma avatar, Varaga avatar, Narsimha, Vamana, Parsurama, Rama, Balarama, Krishna, which was the 9th avatar. Among this, Rama avatar and Krishna avatar are very, very famous, and Rama avatar and Krishna avatar has got our epics also on that. About Rama, whatever it talks, it is called Ramayana, and about Krishna, it is Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, Krishna had been born 3 times to one couple. How lucky that couple was. Who was that couple? There was a couple called Sudaba and Birichini. Sudaba Rishi and Sage Sudaba and Birichini, she was also a lady, Rishi. They prayed to Lord Krishna and they said, apparently they were doing tapas for more than thousands of years to have the boon to have Lord Vishnu as their child. And Mahavishnu got pleased with their tapas, and he grants them the boon of, I will be born to you in 3 different timings. The first time for Sudaba and Birichini, he was born as Birichini Karba as a son. And then the second time, Kashyapa Rishi and his wife Aditi. Sudaba and Birichini were reborn as Kashyapa and Aditi. And for them, Mahavishnu was born to them in the name of Ubendran. And then the Kashyapa and Aditi, in the third time, they were reborn as Devaki and Vasudeva. Now, who is Devaki? Who is Vasudeva? And what and all happened? And what was the son's name? That is what we are going to see in this episode. There was a king called Ugrasena of Bhoja dynasty, and he was his wife's name was Padmavati. He had a son named Kamsa, and they were ruling Mathura as their country. And this Ugrasena had a brother, and the brother's name was Devasa. And some people say it as Devaka too. And this Devaka or Devasa had 6 daughters, and one of the daughters' name was Devaki. And obviously she becomes Kamsa's cousin sister. Kamsa loved her so much, the cousin sister. He had so much of liking for her. And when Devaki attained the marital age, they found a groom from Yadu dynasty. There was a king called Surasena, and this Yadu dynasty King Surasena, had a son, and his name was Vasudeva. So Devasa decides to get his daughter Devaki married to Vasudeva, and the marriage took place. And Kamsa wanted to take the sister to drive her in the chariot. He wanted to drive the chariot and take the sister and the newlywed son-in-law to drop off at their house. When he was traveling, that is when he hears a voice saying, the 8th child that is born to Devaki you will be killed by that child. On hearing that, Kamsa gets very angry and he wanted to kill Devaki then and there. Then Vasudeva says, we just got married today and kindly give us time. Every child that is born to us, we will come and drop it at your place. And please spare our lives. So Kamsa will agree to it, but he will turn the chariot back to Mathura, and he wanted to prison Devaki and Vasudeva there, for which his father Ugrasena was against. But he will even put his dad in the prison, and every child that was born to Devaki, he wanted to kill. And when they told him, it is only the 8th child, why don't you spare the rest of the children? He had a little bit of soft corner and he thought okay to it. But sage Narada comes and says, how would you know whether it is a 6th child or 8th child or 7th child? If they hide it, how would you know? So you be careful. On hearing this, Kamsa will have a change of heart and he will start killing every child. And that is also has got a reason for it, because those were Ashtavasukal. And the Ashtavashu needs to be born for the sin that they have done, and they need to be born and then they have to die. That is how that deaths took place. And when the 7th time, 6 children were killed like that by Kamsa. When Devaki was conceived for the 7th time, Mahavishnu, with this Yoga Shakti, will take that fetus and he will change that to be into Vasudeva's another wife. Vasudeva had previously got married and her name was Rogini. So this fetus was put into Rohini to have a baby, and that was Balarama. Who is Balarama? Mahavishnu lies down on a snake which is called Ananta. Ananta Padmanabha is the Swami's name when he is lying down there. And this snake during Ramavatar comes down with Mahavishnu, and that was called Lakshmana then. During Ramavatar, Adisesha, the snake, which served Rama as a younger brother, being a younger brother, he served Rama during the 14 years of Vanvas or exile period. At that time, Vishnu decided in the next incarnation, he has to be, the Adisesha has to be my elder brother, older brother, and I need to serve him. And that is the reason the seventh child Balarama was born to Vasudeva, but to another wife called Rohini, and who was living in Gokul. And when the eighth child was born, Lord Vishnu appears to them and says, it was a baby boy, and take this baby boy, go to Gokul and leave the baby at Yashoda and Nandagopa. There was a couple who had just delivered a baby girl then. You go and place this baby boy there and bring back the baby girl back to the prison. And when the baby was born, the baby didn't cry. Everyone in the prison, everyone went into sleeping. And when Vasudeva touches the baby, his chain breaks down, and then the gates open, all the prison gates open, and he will take the baby, he will go past Yamuna river and go to Gokula and drops the baby there at Yasoda, near Yasoda, and take the baby that Yasoda has delivered, and he comes back to the prison. The minute he enters back into the prison, that is when everybody will be awake. They will wake up, the baby will cry, and Kamsa will hear that the baby is being born, and he will come down to kill that baby. What he will do is, he will grab the child by its feet, and he wanted to bash the child on the wall and kill the child. And when he lifts the baby by holding the legs, when he tries to hit, that baby will slip from his hand and it will become Maya Devi avatar. And she will give him the Vishwaroop Darshan, and she will say, I could have killed you if you would have touched me on any part of my body. Because you touch my feet, I have to forgive you, and anybody who surrenders to my feet, I have to protect them, and that is why I'm sparing your life. But your death is definitely by my brother. The eighth child, Krishna, is at Gokul, and he will come and get you. And this will make Kamsa very, very angry and very worried. And he will try all sorts of methods. He will send so many demons, Bhutaki, everyone to kill Krishna. But Krishna will be, even though he was a baby, he would destroy everyone and he would be protecting the Gokul there. And all the devas were born and they all wanted to be with Krishna, and that is why they all became like Gopika Stris. And Krishna's child was very, very mischievous. And during his childhood, there was one time when Jarasandh wanted to upset and wanted to annoy all the people in Gokul. Who was Jarasandh? Let us know first. Jarasandh is Kamsa's father-in-law. Kamsa's two daughters got married to Jarasandh. He was a Magadha king. And when Krishna kills Kamsa, Jarasandha becomes more angry because he lost his son-in-law and his two daughters became widow. So he would be doing all the troubles to the people in Gokul, Mathura, and Jarasandh. So Krishna creates Dwaraka with the help of Vishwakarma in the middle of the ocean. He creates a city, and even today people are saying they could do by scuba diving through submarine. They were able to see parts and portions of Dwaraka palace and Dwaraka city under the sea, which is closer to Gujarat in India. And Krishna did kill Kalinga, a snake which was troubling the kids in the Gurukula. And he danced on that Kalinga, that is called Kalinga Nartana. And then Krishna had to marry 8 ladies. And everybody, it was due to the situation, he had to marry 8 people. And there are scriptures that says Krishna married 16,008 ladies. But the rest 16,000 were the Gopika Stris who were the incarnation of other devas from the heaven. Now the 8 wives of Krishna are Rukmani, Satyabhama, Jambavati, Satya, Patra, Saipya, Lakshmana, Rogini. And during Krishna's time at Gokulam, there was one time that Indra, the people there had to do a prayer for Lord Indra, and he will not get the puja done for him that time. It will irritate him. So he will make so much of rain to fall, and he wanted to destroy Gokulam. Even though Krishna was a very little man that time, with his one little finger, he lifted a Govardhana Giri, a mountain called Govardhana, and gave all the villages shelter under Govardhana. And then Indra felt ashamed of his action and he felt sorry for it. And another time, Krishna's guru, Santibini, his son was lost. So Krishna found him from the ocean and brought him back. During Krishna's Gurukul was with Santibini Guru, there was a friend, very close friend of Krishna. His name was Sudama. And Sudama got married to Susili. And some people say her name was Kalyani too. And Sudama had another name called Kusela. And he was living in poverty situation and his kids were also suffering, starving. At that time, Susila, his wife, will ask Sudama to go and visit Krishna at Dwaraka. And when Sudama went there, he didn't want to go with empty hands. So whatever was left in the house, little bit of rice flakes, he will take it and he will go. Krishna will eat that. After, when Krishna ate, Sudama's poverty, everything vanished and he lived a very prosperous life. And also, when after Sudama left, Krishna, along with his brother Balarama, apparently he was walking in the streets of Mathura. At that time, he sees a lady, her name was Trivakra, and also she had another name, Kubja. Trivakra, the reason for the name Trivakra to her was her body had 3 bends and she had a hunchback. And she was working as a servant in King Kamsa's palace. And she used to carry chandan paste, sandalwood paste for Kamsa. In one other scriptures I read that she was carrying some medicine on a plate to Kamsa's palace. And when Krishna sees her, Krishna will ask her for that chandan or that medicine. And she will hesitate, she will say this is for King Kamsa. But by looking at Krishna's appearance and the beauty, she will say, okay, you can take it, and Krishna will take it. As he was taking, he will touch her head, a chin, and he will lift it up, and her hunchback was gone. And she became such a beautiful lady. Who was this Kubja in the previous birth? During Ramayana, Mahavishnu's Ramavatar, this Kubja was called Mantarai or Kuni, as per Bhagavata Puran. This Mantarai was Kaigeyi's servant maid, like a motherly figure also, and she was the one who told Kaigeyi that Kaigeyi's son, Dasharatha's wife was Kaigeyi, Kaigeyi's son Bharat should rule Ayodhya and Rama should leave the country for 14 years. And that Mantarai was the one who was born in this Krishna avatar as Kubja or Trivakra with 3 bends on her body. And then another thing that happened was during Kurukshetra war, which took place in BC 3102, Krishna's auntie's son, that is, Krishna's father was Vasudeva, the biological father. Vasudeva's sister was Kunti. And Kunti Ma got married to Pandavas, Pandu Maharaj. And she had a Pandu, and she had 5 children, and they were called Pancha Pandavas. And one of them was Arjuna. Arjuna and Krishna were very, very close friends. And during the Kurukshetra war, which took place in BC 3102, Krishna advised and gave the instructions to Arjuna, which is called Bhagavad Gita. And this Bhagavad Gita, he explained, it is for Hindus, it is a key text, and in which to restore dharma in the war and in life, the do's and don'ts were informed to Arjuna, and that is called Bhagavad Gita. And through one of my Islamic friend, I came to know in their scriptures, they have mentioned about thousands of prophets' names, and Krishna was one who has lived long time, even before. Even in their scriptures, it has been mentioned that he has lived long time ago. And Krishna gave another time a Gita Upadesh, and that is called Uddhav Gita. Uddhav is also Krishna's friend, and Krishna told him in Uddhav Gita 3 things. One is karma. Karma is about duty. Second is jnana. Jnana is wisdom or knowledge. And third one is bhakti, devotion. And in Kali Yuga, chanting Nama and attaining God's feet through bhakti is very, very easy to do, and that is what Krishna has said to do it. And to Krishna Janmastami symbolizes the balance between material and spiritual life. Bhagavad Gita says, whenever there is evil, to restore dharma, Krishna will take avatar. And Krishna's birth is celebrated around the world in different ways. People mainly fast on that day. And because Krishna was born in the night time, the pujas will start only in the evening, and many places it'll go on till midnight. Krishnam Dharmam Sanatanam. That is, Krishna is the eternal dharma or law. That is what is said in Bhagavad. And Janma Karma Same Divyam, in one of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4 and 9th sloka, Evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naitihi mam medi shorjana. What it means is, my birth and activities are divine. Understanding this concept is said to lead to liberation from the cycle of rebirth. And this is what Krishna has said it in his Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna's birth is celebrated at most of the places as a baby Krishna. And in Tamil Nadu, where I come from, we draw the footsteps of baby Krishna from outside the house into inside the house. It is not only to welcome baby Krishna into our house, it also signifies purity and it brings prosperity to us. And at other places, they keep Krishna in the cradle, a baby Krishna in the cradle. And as a baby, whatever Krishna liked and he ate, like milk, butter, curd, rice flakes, everything is used. And along with that, lots of snacks. Normally, kids would love to have snacks. And for Krishna also, they will make lots of snacks, lots of sweets, and that is what is offered on Krishna Janmastami. And the celebration of Krishna, when you see a child, a newborn baby, a baby's smile, you forget about all your troubles, all your problems. The minute you say Krishna Janmashtami, everyone will light up, even their faces will light up to know that they are going to celebrate baby Krishna's birthday. And I'm wishing everyone a very, very happy Krishna Janmashtami. And if you like this video, kindly place your comments and share it with your friends also. If any other points you would like to include, please do write it in the comment box. And it's really appreciated. Thank you so much. Namaskaram.